What future changes are expected for metropolitan statistical areas? Have you ever wondered how the cities and towns around you might change in the coming years? The future of metropolitan statistical areas in the United States is set to shift in several significant ways. Let's break it down. One major change is the proposed increase in the minimum population needed for an urban core to qualify as a metropolitan statistical area. Currently, this number is 50,000, a standard that dates back to the 1950s. The new suggestion is to raise this threshold to 100,000. This means that some smaller areas, especially in the Midwest, may be reclassified as micropolitan areas if they do not meet the new requirement. This change reflects how urbanization patterns are evolving in the 21st century. In New England, there is another important adjustment. The traditional method of defining areas known as New England city and town areas will be phased out. Instead, the focus will shift to using counties or similar entities for metropolitan delineations. This brings New England in line with how the rest of the country defines metropolitan areas. Additionally, the Office of Management and Budget plans to enhance how often and transparently these metropolitan area delineations are updated. They will now provide annual updates alongside the decennial census-based delineations. This means that demographic and economic changes will be reflected more quickly in the official boundaries of metropolitan areas. Demographically, we can expect that population growth in metropolitan areas will continue to outpace the national average. This growth is increasingly driven by international migration. In fact, nearly all metropolitan areas saw population increases between 2023 and 2024. International migration has played a significant role in offsetting domestic outmigration in many regions. As a result of these changes, some existing metropolitan statistical areas may be renamed, redefined, or even removed from official publications. New metropolitan statistical areas will also be added. These adjustments will change how employment, economic, and demographic data are reported and analyzed for metropolitan regions. For those who use demographic data, such as policymakers, planners, and researchers, these changes mean adapting to new definitions and boundaries. This will influence urban planning, resource allocation, and economic development strategies. It will provide a more accurate and current view of metropolitan populations and their dynamics. In summary, the future of metropolitan statistical areas will reflect updated population thresholds, refined geographic definitions, and demographic shifts, particularly with increased international migration. These changes will shape how we understand and study metropolitan areas in the United States.